Hey everyone, I just got back from watching Jurassic World Rebirth. And all I can say is I didn't really want to walk out of the cinema because I thought the movie was still going to continue. I was just upset that that's where the movie ended. Okay? So basically, let's just go on. This movie is all about a mercenary group and a company and a doctor want to go to the island, which apparently there's so many islands that Engine have used, but apparently it's a new island, and Engine stored all the crappy mistakes that they made of dinosaurs and DNA and all that on this island, because this is another island where they experimented. But apparently, the plot of this film is that the doctor and the company, those who now own the company, want to go to this island to get 3 samples from 3 of the biggest dinosaurs ever to exist at this moment, and from there create a vaccine for whatever amount of diseases there are. But obviously, things don't really go on to plan. You know, they get the mercenaries. I think this movie could have done a whole lot better. Okay, so let me just read out, because I've been like slurring over my words here a little bit. Let me just read out this. Okay, here the plot. I'm just going to give you one paragraph. Okay, in 2010, 5 years before the Jurassic World incident, which is the one with that dude from that movie, Engine uses a laboratory on the island of Ile Saint Herbert, see, another island in the Atlantic Ocean, to create transgenetic mutated dinosaurs. One of these creations, a deformed 6-limbed tyrannosaur, dubbed the Distortus Rex, the Distortus Rex, escapes containment and wreaks havoc, forcing the facility personnel to abandon the island. That's what happened in the prequel that you find in the beginning of the movie. Okay, 17 years later, in 2027, the Earth's climate is inhospitable to sustain the dinosaurs. They are forced to reside in areas around the equator which resemble the Mesozoic climate. Okay, so that's around the equator, which have been marked as no travel zones because the dinosaurs are basically there. Okay, blah blah blah. Skipping forward, the team successfully extracts the samples from the dinosaurs, and they need to get basically off the island, and it doesn't seem that possible. Okay, I'm not going to give you spoilers now. It doesn't seem that possible because the transportations basically get destroyed. Now, the movie was good graphics. I don't think the graphics were that bad. Okay, the budget for this film, apparently, let me just go down. Where are they going to show me the budget? Bruh, show me the budget. Okay, I don't actually know if this is correct. The budget for this film was actually 180, which I don't think, because I've been watching the guys from the Angry Joe show, and they say it was like been more. So, I mean, the budget was 180, it says, for this film, and at the moment the box office stands at 140. We do understand now that in the United States, it is obviously it's a weekend everywhere, but in the United States it's like a long weekend because of the 4th of July, which was yesterday. So I think domestically in the US, it's going to make a lot more, considering it's a good weekend. But apparently there's a whole lot of other big movies that are also supposed to come out in this month of July. So yeah, so I just read out a few of the plot, and to be honest, at the beginning of the movie, it really did seem well. They have good actors. There were a few things where you were kind of like, oh, I don't understand what's going on here, but I don't want to spoil it now. It's just that during this entire... Wow, it's really hard to not go into spoilers because I want to spoil everything. The movie is short. Okay? I'll give you that spoiler. The movie is short. Literally, it says here... Why is it whenever I actually do a video, then my dog starts to bark? Okay, sorry about that. I actually had to pause the vid. I had to go outside. There was somebody calling me. As you can see, I am now full of rain. That's because it is raining here in South Africa. It's winter. Okay, the middle of winter. Please don't mind my dog. Okay, I'm just gonna close the door. Right. So, basically, This film, whoa, dude, am I? Release date was apparently June 17th. No, it was. Oh, in Leicester Square, it was in June 17th, 2025. United States, which basically all over the world, was released on the 2nd of July this week. Okay. Um, Starring, we have Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, which is funny because Mahershala Ali has been making a whole lot of other movies and waiting for the Blade movie. Too bad. So now he decided, because he's not with the Blade movie anymore with the MCU, he decided, like, finally I can do other movies. You have Jonathan Bailey, don't know who that is. Rupert's friend, don't know who the friend is. Manuel Garcia. Oh yeah, okay, and Ed Screen. I don't know who these people are, but the main big name in there is Mahershala Ali and Scarlett Johansson, which everybody's been saying. Well, the guys from the Angry Joe, Scarlett Johansson is on the wrong age of 40, so now she needs to, but she's still very, very beautiful. Scarlett, please have children. Anyway, this is the. It says here, running time is 133 minutes, which means that is supposed to be 2 hours. Dude, am I right? Yeah, 2 hours and 13 minutes, but it wasn't really 2 hours and 13 minutes. Like it is, but 2 hours and 13 minutes is not enough time the way they had this story ran. It was not, no. It was, dude, I would say the previous Jurassic Park, Dominion, was way better. To be honest, Dominion was way better than this one, even though Dominion itself was boring. Anyway, look, I'm done giving you that part. Let's go straight into the spoilers. And I'm going to bring you the spoilers right now. Okay, I didn't make any notes. I didn't do much, but I'm going to start saying it here. They kind of made this movie to kind of be comedic, okay? Which is what they try to do with every other Jurassic Park movie since the third installment. Okay? They try to make it comedic, which, to be honest, it doesn't work, especially in this one. What's just so weird is the fact that people are getting killed, and it's kind of supposed to be comedic. Okay, it was cool that they brought in the Spinosaurus aegyptius at the beginning of the film, and it was cool that actually the Spinosaurus aegyptius is an amphibian, which is cool, and it can apparently camouflage, which I didn't. It's CGI, but wow, it was actually like really, really good. And what I don't get at the beginning of the trailer, we all know it's supposed to be this massive dinosaur, okay, which is basically deformed, and that's the thing that everybody has to worry about, okay. The Distortus Rex. It's called the Distortus Rex. The beginning of the film is cool. They meet up with the mercenaries. The mercenaries say, okay, this is how much we're going to pay. They kind of fool the company guys, like, this is how much we actually want. Cool. It's kind of like a bluff. They go, they sail. They meet up with the first target, because they got to get 3 samples. They meet up with the, what's the name of this dinosaur? The Mosasaurus, okay? And they get that sample, but the Mosasaurus got Spinosaurus aegyptius that helps it hunt, which is so weird, because they are like huge and they can overpower the Mosasaurus. But nonetheless, they deal with the Spinosaurus aegyptius. The woman gets killed, the guy gets killed. It's not horrific. They don't show the blood. They don't show the people getting chopped in half, really, until you see the Distortus Rex, which was kind of weird. They tried to like really make it for the kids. I was waiting. I wanted it to be horror, because when I watched Jurassic Park 1, Jurassic Park 2, and 3. 3 wasn't like that whole horror, but they had the horror effect. That's what made it cool to watch, because it was kind of horror. It's monsters. It's giant monsters, even though it's dinosaurs. But nonetheless, they tried to keep it PG for all the kids. I would prefer if they made it horror and we saw blood. I was like, oh my gosh, why do people still go to this island? And, and one guy gets swallowed by a giant, I think this is what it's called. Yeah, an avian Quetzalcoatlus. It's Quetzalcoatlus. A Quetzalcoatlus. a giant freaking pterodactyl, or family of the pterodactyl, okay? Giant one, and he swallows the dude in whole. He swallows the dude whole. The only guy to not get bitten. The only guy to get killed by a dinosaur who doesn't get bitten in half, okay? The dude who looks like he's from freaking Game of Thrones, part of the Three Sons. Oh, let me just say he was the dude that took over for Jason Statham in the Transporter. Yeah, the fourth one or the third one. I think the fourth one. Yeah, that guy, he gets killed. Okay, he gets eaten by a Spinosaurus Hydropithecus. The chick who was the second in command, obviously she was the one that steered the boat. She got killed by the Spinosaurus Hydropithecus. Didn't show that guy get bitten in half, but it was in the jaws. Didn't show her get bitten in half, but she was in the jaws of the Spinosaurus Hydropithecus, and you could see the blood running down the beach, but you didn't see her get chopped in half, which is so weird. She got killed in the water. The blood is running down from the beach, and it's a lot. It's like, what? And then the dude who gets swallowed whole by this giant pterodactyl, the Quetzalcoatlus, okay? He just gets swallowed. I understand the thing is huge, but like, dude, if you're in shock, cool. Where's your knife? Why are there so few people on this island who's hunting dinosaurs with a gun? Why is there so few people with guns? Like, if I was that dude and that Quetzalcoatlus freaking swallowed me whole, I would have taken my knife and just cut through the belly. Through the belly of the beast. I would have cut through it like that. But no, these people don't do it. It's like, oh, swallow it all. I'm going to get swallowed whole. I'm going to get digested for over like a whole week. I'm going to be digested alive. Dude, I would have like, in the stomach of this giant pterodactyl, I would have punched my way out. Through the through the anus. Oh, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. But anyway, so they track the Mosasaurus. I'm actually reading from the plot. They track the Mosasaurus. They track the Titanosaurus, the giant, long-necked, long-tailed dinosaurs, and obviously the last one was the flying Quetzalcoatlus. However, it returns with a group of Spinosaurus, really, and oh yeah, that's obviously when they had the Mosasaurus. Blah 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 blah. But so the whole time, which is actually, this is the weird thing. They did say that they all get stuck on the island now. Yeah, this is now when you do the whole thing. The guy gets swallowed. Blah blah blah. They're trying to find their way to the research center, which they say it's a village. It's not a village. It's a research center, abandoned one, where Scarlett Johansson's friends with a helicopter are going to come and they're going to basically hover for about land for about 2 minutes, see if they can spot them. No, they're going to fly away. So that's the way that they're going to get off the island, is with the helicopter. Okay. Now, the family, because apparently there's a guy who's been sailing with his family, and he's saying, like, if you know there's an island with dinosaurs, this island is supposed to be like uninhabited, and nobody's really supposed to know that this place has dinosaurs. But if I was living in the world for over 20 years, and there's always been news reports of these ships have gone missing in this area, oh, there's dinosaurs on this island, I would be like, I'm not gonna really be within 1,000 kilometers of this region. But nonetheless, he sails through there, and the Mosasaurus and the Spinosaurus Dipticus, they hit the ship and the boat and the boat like tips and all of that stuff, and that's where they get rescued by Scarlett Johansson and the other guys on the other ship. But then they also get attacked like by the Mosasaurus, and that's kind of like where they got stranded on the island. And the guy with his family were there when they heard that, oh, there's a village on the island, which is actually a research facility. So they're like, okay, we're gonna go to the village, because they apparently get split. The daughter gets thrown in the water, and the rest of the family jump with. And then Scarlett Johansson and her team, they are on shore, and that's actually where some of them get eaten by the Spinosaurus Dipticus. Okay, so actually, this family is following the pipes in the right direction, following the pipes to the village. And Scarlett Johansson is like, okay, the helicopter is going to come on the second night, which is most likely tonight, and they need to get there in time. Okay. They actually all do get there on time at the same time, and this is like more than halfway through the film, by the way. Nowhere did we see The Distortus Rex. No way. The massive dinosaur that they showed, like, attacks them. This massive beast that we've seen in the trailer multiple times. It doesn't appear for 75% of the film. It appears in the last 20 or so minutes of the film, to be honest. The last 20 or so minutes of the film is when you do see this deformed Distortus Rex. Or the D-Rex, like everybody's been saying. It is... I was upset because I was like, where's the D-Rex? I was looking, I was like thinking to myself, damn, this is... It's almost been 2 hours. Are you telling me that this movie is 3 hours? Because I would totally understand. Oh, so basically they're going to start with this whole thing cool. The D-Rex comes in at this point. Now the horror starts. That was the level of the horror throughout the entire movie. It wasn't that freaking awesome. Really. And especially with the D-Rex. The Distortus Rex. It wasn't that great. I wanted more. I really wanted more. Scarlett Johansson, why is her character always happy? She was like so happy, which is weird. You're a mercenary. You're a spec up. You're a spec up. But I don't understand, why was she so happy? She was like so old buddy, and everybody else is like, oh shit, some fucking dinosaurs, you know. They're having the time of their lives though, on the island. They're having the time of their lives on the island because they see, oh look at this, all these dinosaurs. The scientists are like, oh, dinosaurs, incredible. DNA, we got the stuff, you know, successful mission. We're stuck on the island, by the way. I'm like, if I was there, dinosaurs, and I'm like, pterodactyls, you know, I would immediately thought of my mind would have been filled with reptiles. No, the reptiles, what's that dinosaur? Man, I totally forgot the name of the dinosaur. You know the dinosaur that Alan Gray always fears? The raptors, there we go. My mind would have been filled with raptors. Like, oh, fucking raptors, bro. You gotta be... I would have been looking left and right because there's raptors on the island. Nonetheless, the D-Rex only shows his freaky face for about 20 minutes. Mahershala Ali scatters the D-Rex away from... lures the D-Rex away from everybody and survives. I mean, what is the D-Rex there? The D-Rex is just a waste of CGI. It's a waste of CGI. And the fact that they all get onto this boat, and this boat is supposed to take them away from the island. It's a speedboat. It's a little speedboat that the Marines or the lifeguards would use. A little speedboat that the Marines or the lifeguards would use to get to a place. But it's not like something with an engine that takes you 1,000 miles out. Man. And you think like, so is that how they supposed? What about the Mosasaurus? What about the Spinosaurus Aegypticus? You guys are in a boat. How are you gonna outrun that? Because it's still out there. That was actually the weird thing. Like, you're gonna escape this entire island on this boat. I was shocked to see it. I thought, okay, they're gonna get on a boat. They're gonna go somewhere else. No, that's the boat that's gonna take them off the island. It was weird, and it ended weirdly. I don't want to talk about the whole fact like, do you want to give this vaccine that they might make? Do you want to give the samples we got to people who's going to make a vaccine for different diseases, but yet charge insanely high price for people to get it? Or are you going to give it to people who's going to make vaccines for people and sell it at extremely low price for everybody? Like, that really doesn't matter in the film. It was the film was a disappointment. Shout out to Scarlett Johansson though. You kind of did your best, but I think you've got to stick to superhero movies. You gotta get back into that gym. Gotta get back into the gym. Me too. Gotta get back into the gym. Gotta be a superhero again. Because being in a Jurassic Park franchise, no. It don't work. It don't work. Jurassic Park is a failing franchise, yet people still go watch it, obviously because of the kids, and that's why these directors in the studio wanted to be made for kids. But it's a failing franchise. If you really wanted to have a reboot, and you really want to have a fantastic Jurassic Park where everybody's like, oh my gosh, I'd go watch this. Make it a horror. Make it a horror, okay? I'm gonna give this film a rant. That's my rant about this film. Because this is a bad film. It is a bad film. I know I haven't been ranting like I rant on other films, like I do on other reviews that I do, okay? But because I want to do things differently, I want you guys to see my face. That's why I'm right here. And I know if you look at the previous video that I made of a review, which was F1, which came out this week. I think it came out on Thursday. So if you go back on my channel and you take a look at that review, you see I first do the I first do the review, in a sense, of the entire film, where you see the trailer and you can hear my voice, and then I immediately cut to this section where you can see where I do the rant review. Okay, but I want to do things differently. I mean, doing that whole film trailer and you can hear my voice is actually, I actually really enjoy that one. Because I make notes and everything about like what I'm gonna say. You know, this is what I thought of the movie. This is how the movie goes. Blah blah blah. And then I do the rant, which is what I thought the points, point 1, point 2, point 3. But I wanted to do things differently. This one didn't have much structure, but if you have been somebody that's been following me, you would like basically understand, like, no, this video didn't have much structure because I'm doing something new. I want to have more fun with my videos, and but I do appreciate the structure that I had with the previous reviews that I have done. I don't know. I think I might actually just go back to that one. But I want people to see my face. I want you to know I'm a real person. I'm a real boy. I want you to know that. Here's the guy. You're not just going to be listening and be like I don't know. It's like, no, you're going to see the guy's face. But okay, enough about that. Coming back to Jurassic Park World Rebirth. Bad movie. Don't waste your money. To be honest, don't. It's the 4th of July. Have a fantastic time. If you're an American, have a fantastic time with your family. You don't have to go watch the movie. Okay, do it. Have a fantastic time doing something else. For everybody else around the world, enjoy the weekend. If you want to watch the movie, I say don't waste your money. Spend your time at home with your family or go out with friends and do something. But if your friends want to go watch the movie, just understand that you're probably going to feel like you waste your cash, nonetheless. But okay, look, I'm done with this film at the moment. We'll be doing the next rant for other films that will be coming out. We're waiting for Superman. I still got anime that I'm like watching. I'm actually watching right now. I need to do a review on Ironheart. I need to do another review on which other series came out. There was one that I was watching, and there's a few anime that I still want to do. Oh my gosh! And this week apparently, films of animes have come out. Trailers of animes. Other trailers have come out as well. I think the Demon Slayer movie is out. The latest movie. There's a few other things. Dude, we got Kaiju number 8 coming out again. Season 2. We got Dandadan season 2 coming again. I think Dandadan is. Wait, that Dandadan. Kaiju's coming like next week, 2 weeks from now. Dandadan is also coming like 2 weeks from now and next week. And we got a few others also coming out. It's a lot of stuff I have to watch. I'm actually busy watching Super Cubic, a Chinese or Korean anime, and I actually just want to finish that. But I hate the slice of life it's in there. I hate slice of life, to be honest. I like action. But okay, that's enough from me. I will catch you guys again. And do not forget, like, follow, subscribe, and just have a fantastic time. You don't just have to find my channel on YouTube, but this is one where I want you to subscribe. The other one where I also do my things mainly on, which is the live streaming of my games and other videos. That is on Facebook. Okay, you can find it at the name Keegan Knox. That's the name on Facebook. Okay, it's a Facebook page. But anyway, guys, have a fantastic time. I'll catch you on the next rant.